It's a vlogging Colonel. This is the Colonel's vlog. Welcome everyone. It's Colonel here, joining you this Tuesday, June 2nd. Yes, out here on the porch, in the treehouse, among the last few nights. So we'll be here in this wonderful location as we are in the process of preparing our new house to take us in. Oh, there's a lot of shadows going on. Anyway, it is what it is. Gonna do a review tonight. Gonna try something special for our situation here. This was a gift, a closing gift on our home, and so I figured I would give it a review. It's Lee W. Sinclair 4-grain bourbon. Corn, wheat, oats, and barley. A little bit of a different thing. Almost 4-grain bourbons, I believe, use rye. But this, I guess, substitutes rye with oats. Those corn, wheat, oats, and barley. That should be kind of interesting. You know, I don't know if I've ever had oats in my bourbon or not. Lovely bottle though. It reads on there, spirits of the French lick. Respect the grain. Indiana straight bourbon whiskey, distilled and bottled by Spirits of French Lick, West Bower Springs, Indiana. Not really familiar. West Bower. They probably call it Bower. It's double pot stilled. And it's a very small batch. It's made with only 3 barrels, 75, 295, and 296. It's the Iconoclasts series, so I guess there's the 4-grain bourbon, but this was a special series that I guess only used those 3 barrels. 107.9 proof, and it was bottled in 2016. There's no age statement, but it is bottled in 2016, so it's 10 years old now. Lee Sinclair was a Hoosier with exquisite taste. President of multiple banks, store owner, entrepreneur, Sinclair reached the pinnacle of his career with the reconstruction of the famous West Baden Springs Dome and Hotel, a luxurious retreat where the upper-class denizens found only the best in recreation, gaming, and whiskey. This is our tribute to Mr. Sinclair, a man who recognized quality when he saw it. Salud. So it's West Baden Springs, not Bell. Anyway, let's see what see if there's anything else on here. The mash bill is 60% corn, 17% wheat, 13% oats, and 10% caramel malted barley. Caramel malted barley? Okay. Okay. The tasting profile says strong aromas of French cherry pie, heavy caramel, warm baking spices, and vanilla cake frosting. Alright. Decadent and syrupy, dominant rolls of dark cherry, vanilla, French toast, cinnamon rolls, and a distinct latte-like creaminess. Finish is long and rich, sweet, leaving a lingering warmth of cherry cordials and oak. Alright. Alright. Let's try that. Let's see what's up with that. Before I even introduced its pairing partner today. Let's just see what that's all about right there. All of that information. Because that's a heck of a description on the tasting notes there. Got a lot going on. I just cut my fingernails, so I'm having a hard time just getting through there. There we go.
Not supposed to nose the bottle.
Give us a good pour in there. I'm not going to use ice today. Only going to drink the bourbon like a good boy. Wow. These aren't as good as the Glencairns in terms of like swishing it around. It's really not. Not seeing a whole lot going on though. I'm just leaving a ring. There's some legs in it, but it's not nothing crazy. Color's nice, pretty. It's pretty. It's pretty nice. Definitely ethanol. It's a 107 proof. Definitely got the caramel. There's something in there. I could see cherry. I could see there's like a cherry note to it. Like a caramel jelly. There's something else there though that I'm not quite sure what it is. But, I mean, it smells fine. A little taste. Okay. It's definitely long on the oak. I mean, it was 10 years old. I don't know how long it's sat in barrels, but it's definitely got long on the barrels. It's nice and oaky. It's definitely very caramelly, which those are the kind of, to me, the basic flavors of just whiskey. There is... Okay. I can definitely taste the barley. The corn is very corn as well, like it's sweet corn in there. But I can taste the barley. Almost tastes like they use like a beer barley, like a malt. A beer malted barley. I don't know if that's a thing in whiskey or not. It's got on, yeah, kind of like a beer malt. It's not bad though. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's definitely the wheat's there. Definitely the wheat. It's got. I don't know. I can't really. I wouldn't say it has like the wheat funk per se, but it's definitely got the sweet, the sweet, especially to be 107. Like this is, so it's got a kind of a sweet smoothness to it. The corn, makes the ethanol, the high ethanol, quite smooth, which is great. And maybe it's the oat too. And I've never really had oats in my bourbon, I don't think. I'm familiar with. I hope I don't knock this off. It's a nice bottle. Right on the film there. I don't. As far as French toast and cinnamon rolls, it's just really oaky. It's a lovely oak, and very caramelly with like beer barley. Man, I'm turning blue. The whole vibe is bluing out, man. work on my lighting situations here. Well, we're moving. Work on it where I go next. Anyway, yeah, that's not bad though. That's interesting. I do get kind of the cherry finish the longer it sits. It's a sweet, kind of syrupy. And a little bit of cinnamon. A little bit of cinnamon. Kind of like a fireball. Like the fireball, the candy, like cinnamon hot ball. Whatever that is. Anyway. Gonna pair it with a nightcap tonight. Gonna go on the pipe. I mentioned this in the last review, which was also an English blend. We did the My Mixture 965 last time. Also a Peterson English offering. Also from the Dunhill line, which Peterson just bought Dunhill and basically continued making it. So I'm excited to have this. I have had it before a long time ago, but have not had it in a long time, and especially since my taste for tobacco has grown significantly. Rich flavored smoking mixture for the evening with its period of relaxation and leisure. So, love the can. Mixture of Latakia small leaved Orient Perique. So your Latakia is that's what brings out kind of that campfire smoke, because I believe that's like really like smoked. It's basically they smoke it like it's a very savory leaf Latakia. Like it's not even so much the leaf itself as it is the process I believe that they put it through that makes it Latakia. So I can definitely expect. Oh, my blue light now it's just died. Guess the whole vibe changes again. But yeah, Latakia kind of gives that campfire smoke sort of deal, and see if that kicks it back. Yeah, there you go. That kicked it back up. Is it better with the blue or without? Good Lord, just going at me. So aggressive. A little better, I guess. I don't know. I kind of look like I'm about to tell a scary story. But anyway, and then the Perique. I'm not a huge Perique fan. It almost feels like it's really heavy. Oh, I can smell right off the bat. Like it's like the My Mixture. I can smell that campfire smokiness. Yeah, it actually smells very similar to the My Mixture, honestly. But this Perique is Louisiana, and I don't know. It gives it kind of like a fruit, kind of like a dried fruity type thing, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. It does smell lovely, though. And then it's got Oriental, which kind of gives it a leathery, black pepper, spicy sort of thing. And then, of course, plenty of that Red Virginia, which is the base of all good English blends and most pipe tobaccos in general that are good. That are really good. Let's see, the Peterson Night Cap is widely considered the holy grail of heavy English style pipe tobacco blends, famous for full-bodied flavor, high strength, rich smoky profile. Originally produced by Dunhill, the legendary recipe factory machinery taken over by Peterson, keeping the iconic blend exactly the same. It's a clean medium cut ribbon style, packs easily into bowls. Full-bodied and strong, possesses medium to high nicotine content, packs a noticeable relaxing punch. Best smoked deliberately slow and cool. Otherwise, you get overpowered. The room known as pungent, heavy, and woodsy. Non-smokers often find the sharp campfire aroma unappealing indoors, making it best suited for outdoors. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what I smell. Definitely smell. It's very similar to the My Mixture 965. And smoking out of the Savinelli. This is the Clark's favorite. They did Savinelli did a favorites, I guess you could say, series, and there's a few, but only two that I want. I have this one. I'm gonna get the other one. A friend of mine had it, and I saw it one day, and I was like, I've got to have that pipe. It's like the quintessential. But I did not get that one. That's the Bing's favorite, Bing Crosby. This is Clark Gable's favorite. And basically Savinelli. These aren't actually the pipes I think that they smoked so much as the Savinelli recreation of their favorite styles. Which this is the Clark Gable favorite is basically a billiard bowl, like this, the substantial kind of, you know, the substantialness of a billiard, but with more of the elegance of a church warden. It's basically a demi warden, a semi church warden. It's not quite a church warden. It's not down here. But it's a beautiful, beautiful pipe. Savinelli makes wonderful pipes. It's Italian briar. And I love their stuff. Truly, truly do. Well, let's see if it works well with, we're almost 17 minutes in. I haven't even got to the backer yet. Well, I don't do the little quick little pop through reviews, so I mean, maybe some people will enjoy that. You know, you get the short versions, you get the little 1 to 2 minutes. Maybe some people just want to sit down and even smoke the entire bowl over a course of time and drink the liquor and kind of enjoy along with me, right? That's kind of the idea for me. So I know a lot of people that watch like these review videos, it's going to be that they've purchased a particular tobacco or bourbon and they type it in, and then they, you know, maybe stumble across me number 750 on page 26 of YouTube, and they actually can smoke along and taste along with me. Man, the shadows are really casting up. Ooh. Yeah, it's a heck of a thing. My lights are on the floor over there, that's why. It's like a campfire. Alright, anyway. Enough of this. I need to find a lighter, though. I never actually, like, prepare for what I'm doing here. I just kind of go right into it and expect things that I probably shouldn't expect, like having a lighter and all of that. I'll leave them out here, but other people will come and you just never know. Hold on. Alright, complete and utter lack of preparation or expectation. Things would remain. But I do have a lighter now. Probably not the best idea to use a 5.56 round for your char, but it's literally what I have next to me. Alright, here we go. Give her a light. Yes, that is not bad. Not nearly as overwhelmingly campfire or that English kind of woody note as I expected. I actually feel like I'm getting more of the Perique and Oriental than a lot of Kia. So, definitely an English blend. Getting the Red Virginia, getting the campfire smoky kind of flavor and smell more than the flavor. Definitely more of the Perique sort of plumminess and the Oriental, like leather bittery thing. Not super peppery. It's very orientally for me. I don't even know necessarily if I'm talking about the pipe tobacco in there. It's got like a some people will say like English blends are like an old English library. You smell like the age, the old books, the leather bindings, kind of like all of this. And almost like some mothball thrown in there. God, I'm turning blue. But this kind of reminds me of like if it were like a like an Eastern library, like an Oriental library. I know that's not politically correct. Don't really care. But like maybe instead of a bunch of books, it's more like scrolls or something. Maybe some like incense burning nearby. I don't know. It just has more of a almost a perfume to it. Like a sweet perfume on the back end, like almost an incense. But mixed in with kind of the age of an old library. But I could see it being tended by like monks instead of like Asian monks, like Tibetan monks instead of like Catholic monks or friars or something. It's a good blend. Let me have another taste of this. This is the Lee Sinclair 4-grain. Let's see how this pairs, because I would think this is going to pair well, because that's very sweet and perfumey, a little bit smoky, definitely like tannin leather, This is very, um, very barrel, very oak, and that interesting beer malt. It's kind of syrupy and caramel. Let's see. And that is good. It's really interesting. I'm trying to get my face to be follow. There you go. Active track. I'm getting so much of um, that beer malt barley, and I am getting the weeded funk now a little bit. The oak is definitely the oat, not the oak. The oat is definitely present. And you know, I don't know. I don't eat a whole lot of oats. When I have, it's like stuff like oatmeal, which I flavor with cinnamon and brown sugar and all that sort of stuff. The main thing I can compare it to is we grew up with horses, and we always had, you know, like barrels of oats and stuff. We would feed them oats, and it smells like. I mean, it tastes like that would smell. It's just a bit of it, but it's wonderful. Very oaky. I guess it's vanilla and caramel. I guess I'm getting more of the vanilla now. But then this like really noticeable malted barley type thing. Beer. It really, I think, beer barley. Barley. It's that kind of barley, and there's kind of that kind of sweet hay woodiness of the oat. Oat. That is a more unique bourbon that I've tasted. That is not a typical bourbon by any means. I think anybody that enjoys tasting bourbons will definitely enjoy this because it's outside of any normal wheelhouse that I'm familiar with. Not being a big, you know, bourbon connoisseur, taster of all sorts of bourbons and all that sort of thing. I definitely can tell that is in sort of a league of its own. Um, and maybe it's just the substitution of the rye with the oats that's giving me all that stuff that I'm perceiving as like the beer barley, like the beer malted barley. But also, it might be that they used like beer malted barley in it. It doesn't say; it just says barley. Just wheats, oats, and barley. But it does pair very nicely with this Night Cap by Peterson. It's bringing out more sweetness. This is a very actually sweet and subtle blend of English for me. And now all the nicotine might be there. I don't really know. I've been so dosed with nicotine my whole life that I'm not even sure what that means. at this point, but I expected, it to be well on the very bold side of medium bold, and very pretty intense. Kind of like my mixture, but even more like um, just a pure English blend that you would get like from your tobacco store. But it's actually quite it's a subtle English. I feel like it's very Perique forward and carried by the red Virginia. I would put it, in medium. I mean, it's medium. Of course, I'm not even probably half the bowl through. So let's see. It might be deceptively, you know, bold as you go through, but not getting as much black pepper spice as I was expecting either. This is a very pleasant, kind of subtle, laid back sort of English to me. That's just my subjective taste. I mean, other people that really love English. See, I don't really like Englishes per se. So maybe people that really love English would, really praise this. Um, yeah, definitely not what I was expecting. But so was the 965. That one knocks your socks off when you open it and sniff it. And that was not bold. This is that was bolder than this though. It's a sweet aromatic. There's like this perfumey kind of like the faint wisp of incense and like an old library. Maybe the sweetness of some sort of potion cooking somewhere. I would actually think this has a decent room note. Maybe, maybe it doesn't. Like when you Kentucky chew it, it mainly pulls out the Latakia. You get, mainly just the campfire smoke. But when you're drawing on it, it's largely the Perique, Oriental, and Virginia. It is a good blend. It's an interesting blend. It's another one that I'll end up finishing. I'm going to jar this. Also, I will point out again, like I kind of look for the cans that I select. So tobacco does age and it grows richer up to a point. And I got this down at the Executive Cigar, I believe it's called, down in Simpsonville, Kentucky. And they're just a cigar place. They don't have very few tobaccos. They had like this and 965 and a couple of others. But I looked on the back, and the second number is the date. So this is 2023. This is August 6th, 2023. So I bought this can a month ago, and it already has 3 years on it, just sitting on the shelf. So I always look at that, especially with Peter, but all of them, Cornell and Dahl, they'll have stickers. They look like price tag stickers. that'll have the date. Um, I'm always paying attention to that, especially with things like these, where basically you can get this anywhere. Like if you pick one up and it's dated, 2026 and it's 2026, like I'll put that back and I'll check out the next place and see if I can find something from 25 or 24 or in this case 23. It's kind of, it's a little bit harder to find something that's 3 years old by the time you pick it up. But you're getting all of that extra age. So this does not taste like a brand new nightcap would taste. It's way more going to be medleyed. It's going to be mellowed out. Things have had time to kind of ferment together and to mix together. And maybe the old mixture that I had the other day, that was so this was 2024. This was July of 24. So this was 2 years old when I picked it up. So just a little pro tip there with any of them, unless it's just some rare thing or something that you're getting from the store, you can't really see the date and stuff. But most tobaccos, they're pretty universal. You can get them at different places, especially like your Cornell and Dawes, your main Cornell and Dawes, and your Petersons, and your Copes. Like look at the date, and if it's brand new, unless you just want that. Like some people really want that up front, open, freshly opened, from the factory floor, rich and alive, but not yet medleyed, more separated. Some people like that. They prefer that. I like an older cellared tobacco. And all the better if you've got 2 or 3 years of cellaring when you buy it out of the store. Really pleasant cigar or pipe. Sweet, a little spice pepper coming through, but mainly just sweet and smooth with like that oriental and that perfume, a little bit of incense perfume. Just a taste. But not at all harsh or overly bold. I mean, I'd put this honestly. This bowl is a medium. I would just say straight 5 out of 10 on, it's medium. Like it's not favoring bold per se. It's also not favoring light. It's a really solid English blend. Have one more hit of this. Man. I love the corn flavor in this. And for 107 proof, I mean, you can smell the ethanol and you can taste it, but like it's a very like kind of sweet, smooth, and just that oak really picks up, and kind of the bitterness kind of just everything kind of mutes the high ethanol forward. I mean, it's running. It's got legs, but I mean, I've had 90 proof that feels, that's burning a lot more than this, for sure. Goes really good. Old Sinclair, Lee Sinclair, 4 grain. And I still get it comes off on cinnamon at the end. Now I enjoyed that Weller. I really enjoyed that butterscotch finish. But the cinnamon ain't bad either. And it really goes well with Perique and Latakia. So like it really does, it complements the nightcap quite well. I was actually excited, pleasantly surprised, I guess, when I was exploring pairing ideas for this bourbon and saw one of the first and most prevalent suggestions for pairing was Peterson Night Cap, because I had that unopened on the floor. I was wanting to do that the last review, but couldn't find it. I thought it was in my truck and ended up being next to my chair, just kind of falling off off the table and wound up obscured. But yeah, serendipitous, and it all worked out well because I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Also, while I'm not getting a bunch of ethanol, it's not overpowering, I'm definitely getting that Kentucky hug, like that warming on the inside. So the proof is there. It's not 90 proof. It's there. It's just not like that overpowering, super hot. Not much heat at all to the palate. And again, love this Savinelli, Clark's favorite. Elegant, nice substantial bowl though. Doesn't overheat too much. You get some of the cooling effect of the semi church warden. Kind of the best of all worlds with this one, because I love smoking a church warden pipe. They're just not always the most practical. And especially like out, like if you're in public, like you've almost got to be, what do they call them, a performative male to actually be smoking a true church warden like in public. It's kind of like reading a book at a concert or like at the Starbucks or something. Like I've got a book and I've got a church warden. Don't notice me, ladies. But this is a great in between. It even as a semi church warden. Like I love smoking this at home. I do take it on vacation. So this is my go-to when I go on vacations. It gives you a similar sort of enjoyment factor, smoke factor as the Calabash, and that it doesn't get hot. The bowl's not hot, but it cools well enough. But it's not as fragile as a Calabash, so I can put it in a bag in its box, and it's fine. But then also, it's not like a church warden. I don't have to bring extra long pipe cleaners, and like it's it's not like a something I gotta fit into the bag. It's not ridiculous. It's beautiful. I mean, look at that pipe. I love this pipe. Soon I'm gonna get the Bing's favorite. Can't wait to have that one. It's kind of like a holy grail for me, and it's not like it's an available pipe. It's not like it's some super rare find or anything. It's pricey, but I could have bought that when I bought this. I bought this, I guess, to kind of keep that whole vibe, that whole, I covet it. I want that one. And it's all because of this old black guy that works down at my local tobacco store, Kramer's. And he was smoking one, and I'm telling you, that thing was the sexiest looking pipe. He wasn't even smoking it. There's like a stool behind the thing. Behind the cash register. He just had it sitting there while we were looking at, and I was just looking at it. It just looked so substantial. The Bing is a straight. It's not curved like this. It's a whole different type of pipe. But I look forward to having that. But for now, this was great. Peterson Night Cap was great. The Lee Sinclair, it's great. It's different. Thank you to Chris Robinson for closing our house and gifting me this bottle. Thank you so much for your hard work, and we have a house that we're excited about, and also some bourbon that I'm excited about. When he handed it to me, I had no idea, never even heard of it. It's even got some of that mineral quality that I don't prefer usually, especially in cigars. It can be okay in whiskey. But because it's got that beer malted barley kind of thing, maybe it's the oats, I don't know what exactly is causing it, but it's just not quite like anything else, but it's very good. It's a very good bourbon. I mean, it's 10 years old, aged, in oak. There's no age statement, so it's kind of, you're kind of guessing at exactly what 2016 means. But it has the barrel numbers and all that on there. So hey, I guess you could look up those barrels. Those barrels 75, 295 and 296. So I guess you could Google those barrels and then say, then figure out like, oh, it was bottled in 2016, so plus whatever age. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. Anyway, what else can I say? Love you guys. This has been another review, bourbon and tobacco review. We'll try to get back out. We're working really hard right now on the moving stuff, so like getting out and going to places is a little bit difficult. It's all appointments, and you got somebody coming over, and you have to have a 4-hour window that you're available. So it's just it is what it is. Love you guys. This is the Colonel, and this vlog, I'm pretty sure has flavors of malted beer barley.